Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and those who are new, hi guys, welcome to my channel. I make physiotherapy and lifestyle content here, and as you have already read from the video's title, we are going to answer some of the most asked NHS related questions. I have got so many questions, especially on my Instagram. Like, my Instagram is either filled with NHS questions or the questions, is this university okay, is that university okay? So I'll be answering all those questions. I have written like top 5 questions in this diary, and I'll be talking something extra at the end, so keep watching till the end. The first thing I want to talk is, guys, please stop asking me this question that is this particular university in India is good for physiotherapy or not. It's been a while since I've been in India. I have no clue. The best way you can check if a university is good or not is through 2 ways. Check, there's an website called College 360 which ranks all the universities, so you can check from there. Second, just use the hashtag of that college on Instagram, and when you see the pictures, talk to those people who are studying there. They will give you a real good insight, because if you ask me, I don't know, I've been here, I don't know. I can tell you about the universities here, but not anything about the universities that are in India. So I'm sorry about that, but I have absolutely zero clues about that. Okay, and now we'll start with the NHS questions. So this is the diary that I use for all NHS related stuff, and the first question is how to get a job in NHS. Although I've answered this question in my last NHS video, I know many of you guys don't really see all of my videos, so I'm gonna explain this again. So the first way is you apply directly through a track application job site, that is Tracjobs. I will post a picture here and also add in the comment section. That's the easiest way. So you fill the forms there, write your supporting statement, and that is it. Just wait for being accepted or rejected for the interview call. That's like the easiest way to do things. The next way is using an agency. I have personally not used any agencies from India, but in my hospital particularly, there are loads of physiotherapists and occupational therapists who have used the agency. So basically the process is same. You still have to fill the application forms on Tracjobs, but they will help you with that one. But I actually don't know if I ever found what agencies they have used. I will make another video on that, because this is like, I don't know why with Indians here, they don't really speak much about these kind of stuff. I mean, they should be helping particularly, but they don't really tell what the agencies they have used. So I have no idea. I would have used the same. I mean, I wouldn't have wasted much time, because when you use those agencies, you get a band 5 or 6 job directly, rather than what I did starting from band 4, which is such a waste of time. But yes, I mean, you can't do anything now, but these are the 2 ways. The second is, what are some of the departments? So the departments here compared to India are like very vast. So first is musculoskeletal, that is your OPD, ortho OPD. Second is trauma and orthopedic, which is inpatient trauma and orthopedic. So you will see neck or femur fractures and all the other fractures of the body, that comes under trauma and ortho. Second is cardio and resp surg. So cardiology and resp surg, these are like combined departments here. So you will see patients that have all the cardiological issues, all the respiratory issues. The most common here is COPD. COPD is very common here compared to India. So yeah, that's the third one. Then is frailty or med HACEP. That's basically all the patients that are in geriatric population. So anything geriatric will come under that, but they not necessarily have an orthopedic thing. There are loads of patients who start with, like, they had fracture, any fracture. Okay, so they will first come inpatient in IPD, start with orthopedic team, and when that issue is resolved, their mobility is fine, but for some reason they have like developed some other disease simultaneously, so they will be moved to frailty team, which is for geriatric population only. They will only see old patients, that's it. Next is your neurology, self-explanatory, that looks after neuro inpatient patients. And then is women's health. Not every hospital has women's health, but some of the hospitals have that. My hospital does not have that, but the main branch of my NHS trust has the women's health department. Then the last one is pediatric. Pediatric is again available everywhere. You may not see pediatric physiotherapists sitting with other physiotherapists, They usually sit in their own designated inpatient wards. I haven't seen any pediatric physio in my office, because they usually sit in the inpatient pediatric ward, but I do know that that facility is available in our hospital. So these are some of the departments that you will be seeing or working here. There are a few others, which is called community physiotherapy. Community physiotherapy is you go to the houses of the patient after they have been discharged, and you work with them in their house setting. Okay, it's the same like we do in India. We go to the houses, give them therapy, and come back. The main requirement for that is you should have your own driving license here, and you should be owning a car, because then it will take you hours if you use metro or buses. That's not feasible. They will not even give you an opportunity for the interview if you do not have these two things. So don't even try for community physiotherapy if you don't have a car here and have a license here. And then there is one more department, which is your emergency response team. So they basically work in emergency department, but again, a hospital needs to have an emergency department to have this kind of team. So the emergency physiotherapist, they will the most important thing for them is to reduce hospitals stay or hospital admission by discharging them quickly if they don't really have like big issues. But then there are some of the hospitals that don't have emergency departments, so then in that case there will be no emergency physiotherapy team, so you have to look for that as well. So these are like the basic ones, like the very common ones. And then there are oncology ones. Again, I haven't seen them in my hospital. Maybe they are in the main branch, but I'm not really sure. So but yeah, these are like the most common ones. The next is, what are the shifts like? Someone asked me this question and I think I answered him. But yeah, the shifts are actually it's same like doctors. So for example, I work from 8 to 4. There are some physios that work from 7:30 to 3:30. So for physios, it is you can say that it's a rule that you have to work 37.5 hours in a week, which is 7.5 hours each day. But then again, like doctors, you can have weekend shifts like I have, and you can also have on-call shifts. That means you have to stay near hospital building and you can be called anytime. But basically only those hospitals do that which has like emergency thing, like emergency departments with them. Usually in London, most of the hospitals have on-call duties, so you have to stay near the hospital and you will be called at any time. Of course, you will be getting paid more in that case. Like when I work on weekends, I get paid more, a slight bit more than if I work like Monday to Friday, because it's a rule in UK that if anyone, like irrespective of your field, if you're working on weekends, on bank holidays, you will be paid a little bit more, like the per hour rate is different. So yes, it's usually 7.5 hours each day, 37.5 hours weekly, then weekend shifts, and then on-call duties, which you will be called anytime. I don't have on-call duties because my hospital does not do that on-call duties, so I don't know about that. Maybe if I change my job and that job has on-call rota, then I'll be able to explain more on that. But right now, I only know about these two things. Next is, what is the salary like? Okay, oh my god. Guys, I cannot tell you my salary. Can you just stop asking me this question? No one tells their original salary. It's not allowed. But I can show you. This is how the salary looks like. This is specific to London. So there are basically 3 bands. You will start from the lowest band, and then every 3 years you will have a promotion. You will go to middle band and then to the highest band of it. Frankly speaking, people don't wait and they shouldn't be waiting 3 years to move from the lowest band to the middle band, and then another 3 years to move to the highest band. I don't think that's a very reliable idea for your future. So people don't wait. They just take experience of 1 or 2 years in a specific band, and then they jump, and then they do that again, and then they jump, whatever. So by the age of 30, 31, 33, you will reach band 8, which is like the highest band. After that, there is no band. And then, of course, when you get older, your physical strength goes down. So then they just change the stream completely, and they'll either go to research development or learning and development departments to help promote physiotherapy more. That's how the usual progress chart here is. I mean, but then it all depends on you. Some people just stay on band-aid like forever, because band-aid is more admin work, and it's very, I've like, what I have heard from people is like, it's very annoying because you are the team lead of a specific department, like for example neurology. If any of your team member messes up like real bad, you will be gone. Like, I don't know what will happen to you, but you will be responsible completely. Of course they will be responsible as well, but you as a team leader, how did that happen in your presence is another question. So I think that's the usual progress, but that's how the salary looks like. So I am on band 4 and I am on the lowest band. So you can guess my salary. I cannot tell you. Definitely it's not enough to live, but I feel like I cannot really do anything about that. So yeah. The last question is NHS accommodation. So some physios, especially who work in A&E department, they have the option to apply for accommodation because they will be living close to the hospital, 5 minutes to the hospital, and they will be called anytime. But even if you're not an A&E one, you can still get an accommodation. There is a high competition for that because usually the nurses get it. Of course, there's a reason they work 12 hours a day. We don't, but you still can get it, but it's going to be a lot more expensive, just like the college accommodations. If you find your own accommodation, there's a high chance that it's cheap. Supposedly, if I remember that, so my hospital is in zone 5. There is one occupational therapist who started with the hospital accommodation. She paid 900 for just a room, everything else in sharing, and then she moved to a rented 2-bedroom flat and she's paying 1600. I know 1600 is too much, but then she has the whole house, 2 bedrooms. That's a good deal. So it's your choice. I know one of the nurses in the main branch of the hospital, and she just lives 5 minutes away. She pays 950 or 900 something. It's in zone 3, which is central. Very good rate. And she has a room. She's not very happy with the room size, but she has to share the kitchen. She has ensuite bathroom. So I think that's the reason she's not trying to look anything for that, because she has a cleaner as well that cleans the main areas, the shared ones, so she does not have to pay for anything. It's included, electricity included, Wi-Fi included, so you can get good deals. But then if you're really unlucky, I don't know, something could happen wrong. But then I know many of you had this question that, oh my god, it's such a nice salary. It's a nice salary if you just convert straight to the Indian rupees. Oh my god, that person is earning 1,70,000. But here it's nothing. You literally have to cry almost every day to think of how you're going to manage your expenses, your bills, your rent, and everything. So if you ask me, I don't really order any takeaways. I don't go out to eat in the restaurant. I have to, if I'm going anywhere, like in the last video you saw Stonehenge, I have to save little 3 or 6 months back. That's how I bought my iPad as well. I have to save for like a year to get that iPad. So it looks very shiny, but it's not very shiny. And I know there are like some rude people as well on the comment section who says, you don't make enough physiotherapy videos, you don't really show hospital, you're not allowed to show hospital. Okay, that's why I don't show it. And they think that it's very nice and shiny way of living. So I think in the future videos I will definitely show how I'm traveling here and how my physiotherapy is going, but I will also show you the reality of how things are really messed up here and how people are surviving, how people like me who are on the lowest bands with no support and most of the time getting bullied and everything, not necessarily in the hospital environment but generally in living in London, so that you can see that it's not all shiny. If you are rich, definitely you can make yourself shiny, your life will become better. But if you are someone from the lower strata or from the middle strata, things can get pretty bad here. So I think, yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will keep making more physiotherapy videos, so you can ask your questions in the comment section or DM me on Instagram, and I will try to answer them ASAP. And I'll see you next week. Till then, bye bye.